Hey guys, and welcome to a new video. The Copa tournament progression event as well as some other stuff just went live. As always, you can find timestamps to jump to the part that interests you the most. We're gonna get started with the progression event. This time around, we can actually get to level 9 as free-to-play players relatively easy. We only need 124k points for this, and we already get a lot of miners along the road. Here you get something with 3% bonus power, another one of the tambourines with 3%, so you potentially can merge it already to the next tier. You get the Aurum all the way up here with only 5000 points that has another 2% bonus power. You get some roller token and a lot of season tokens, actually 550 in total. And then on rank number 9, which I think is what you should aim for as a free-to-play player without multiplier. This one is really good. It has 1p in power, the Shadewood Sakura, and 0.5% bonus power. While the bonus power doesn't look too great, you get a lot of good bonus power miners all the way up here already. And those ones of course will multiply your base power that you have here in the Shadewood Sakura, so this is really good for free-to-play players in my opinion. And anything that you see starting rank number 10 here, I would say you would already need to boost your multiplier. And apparently there's a discount on a lot of coins at the moment, so you can basically choose which one you would actually want to exchange the roller token to boost the multiplier, so that's quite good. And then starting rank number 10 you would get some speed up items for the expeditions. You get another miner here with 1p plus and 1% bonus power. And then on level 12 it's very interesting to see that you get the Cryptocurrencies again. We had this one in a lot of events lately, and this one is a fairly good miner with 7.5% bonus power, 400k in mining power. Meanwhile, the mining power itself is not so great. The bonus power is really ridiculous for such a low tier miner. Actually, it's pretty good. We have the Shamaniac here on level 14. This one is fairly good too with 800k in power and 1%, but of course not as great as the stuff that you already get here on the way to level 9. Then on level 16 you get the Shadewood Sock already upgraded to level 3 with 3p in mining power and 1.2% bonus power. Same rule applies here. The base power is really good, the bonus power is kinda questionable, but the Ferris wheel for example has it the other way around, so you get a good combination of bonus power and mining power in this progression event, which I think is really good. The next things that we get here are also very good. We get the Mr. President for example with another 4%, the Tambourine already upgraded to level 3 with another almost 5% bonus power, so you already see the point here. The bonus power you receive is pretty huge, but of course you will need a lot of points this time again to actually get to the main reward, which is the Roller Cup 2025, the new miner they released today. And if you would manage to get 32 million points, then you have this Roller Cup 2 times now, and you can actually make it a tier 2 version in the future if you wanted to, and at that point it's a really good miner. On the base version it already is really good, so even if you would get only to level 25, it's pretty much worth it because you have the Samba Spark here also with 7% and 15p, and if you get all of the stuff from this progression event, the combined mining power is in total 82p, so that's pretty good, and you get a total of almost 64% bonus power as well as a lot of experience for the season pass if you didn't finish it yet. The only thing that I think what you would need to do is get your multiplier up high enough to not waste too many roller token by opening those lucky cases. If you are relatively new to Rollercoin, then probably you don't know about that. In the moment you are purchasing some of the roller token with any of the currencies, you get the multiplier that you see up here. So if we would go here and we wanna, let's say, exchange 50 roller token worth of currency, then we have an 11x multiplier. And there's one of the points here that says if you're spending one roller token except the marketplace or crafting office, you get 1000 points. So for example, if you open a loot box for 2 roller token, then now that of course would get multiplied with whatever multiplier you have here. So a 2 roller token lucky case would now not give you 2000 points but 24,000 points, and then you would need to make the calculation of the points that you see here, how many you would need to open to reach a certain point that you want to reach. And of course the higher the multiplier, the less money you will lose, or the less roller token you would lose to get all of the rewards from here. Another thing ongoing is the next sale of this designer set stuff that I'm not such a huge fan of. As you know, the entire set is now released here. I think you can purchase all of them apart from 2 of these new designer set miners. We had quite a few sales already where we could purchase like 1 at a time, and now we have them all except 2. So basically what that means is that if you missed those exact 2 miners that are not inside of the sale here this time, then you will have now a problem because you are not going to be able to actually get all of the miners. For example, if you happen to have already the Hamsters but not the Hamel Classic, then you could potentially basically not purchase the one that you are just missing, but you need to purchase both of them again, and then it gets quite expensive really fast. As you can see here, you only get those 2 miners, for example. They cost you 1.4k Dogecoin or an equivalent of $254, so this is quite ridiculous. And I think I was right at the beginning of this sale to say that there's some concerns with this, because we don't really know or cannot really predict the future. And if we happen to miss one of the sales, then maybe we will have a problem to complete the set. And that's exactly what would have happened now. If you would have missed one of those miners that is not inside of the sale today, then now you have a big problem, because you can only get 6 out of 8 from here. So if you missed one of them sales that is not available now, you already have an incomplete set, which is basically useless, because you're not going to get those 300% bonus power points, and that is quite sad actually. At least here in this sale I would have expected to see all of the miners and not just 6 of them. Maybe I'm mistaken and I'm missing something here. Maybe I'm missing the entire point of this sale, but I don't think it's fair that you are not able to purchase all of them. And I just think that if somebody really wanted to complete the set now, that it would have been really good to actually be able to purchase all of them here, even if they are quite expensive. I think the people should have had the choice in between getting all of the set now or not at a somewhat discounted price here if they missed one of the sales earlier on. But that being said, maybe in the future we're gonna have another chance to get this set a little bit cheaper than this, because I still think that the price is kind of overkill for what it gives, because of the nature that we would need an entire rack full of those 8 miners here, and if we take one miner out, then the set is basically quite useless already. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought about this entire sale of this designer set, and if you did like it or if you just skipped on it as I did. Another thing ongoing talking about sales is the Binglong Wyrm sale, and this one is really good actually. It costs you around 0.01 BNB token or 24 Polygon. You can choose in between the two currencies here, and you could purchase as many as there are still some available here. And this one has 2p on base power and 3% mining power. It cannot be sold in the marketplace, but if you check out the merch of this thing, is completely crazy, guys. The Binglong Wyrm, to make it a level 2 version, you only need 500 fans, and it already has 6p in mining power and 7% bonus power. And if you happen to get a lot of copies, like let's say you make 4 copies of this and you make it a tier 3 version, then this thing costs basically nothing and has 15p already and 14%. So if now I had currency talking the BNB token or Polygon, then I would definitely consider purchasing this, because it's really good merch compared to the other merches we had in the last couple of weeks. And then it gets crazier the higher you are making this. If you go to level 4 here and you purchase 8 copies of this, then it's basically still free, and you have already a miner with 40p and 22%. So absolute ridiculous, guys. Same goes with the level 5 version and the level 6 version. Seeing this kind of merch, it's kind of crazy that the other stuff got so ridiculously overpriced with the change that they did, and I hope that they are changing the other merches again a little bit more into this direction here, where we can expect to actually be able to merge our things that we have standing around, because some of the things is just too expensive now and not worth it comparing it to those kind of sales here. Another thing ongoing is a crafting offer, and funny enough, this crafting offer is a very good one again. You can get the pencil reroller with 8p and 5%, and you need only 7 of the legendary fans, so those ones are quite inexpensive. And also to click the crafting button, you only need 0.9 roller token, so this is a craft that everyone should basically try to get. If you're having some of the roller tokens spare, then you can purchase those legendary fans on the marketplace and click the crafting button here. Same thing applies to the golden fleece. You only need 95 of the green parts, and those ones are kind of inexpensive as well for a miner with 3.4p and 3.3% bonus power. And the best thing about all of the crafts is that they can be resold in the marketplace in the future. So even if you craft those miners now and you don't need them next month anymore, you can throw them back in the marketplace and just exchange the roller token for something better at that point. So this is really good, guys. And the same thing also for the blue planet. This one has 1.3p and 1% bonus power. It costs you basically nothing. It costs you less than 1000 of the white parts, and the season is going to end super soon-ish, so you could use your season tokens now to exchange some of the parts and for very cheap get a miner with already more than 1p. So this is pretty cool, and I really like the crafting offer again. Another thing ongoing is the Copa race, and this one is an entirely pay-to-win race, I would would say you need to exchange Rollertoken to get 1000 points or open lucky cases with 500 points each Rollertoken spent on those cases. The first rank will get a miner with 13p and 8% bonus power, and there is again those legendary fans. Those ones are going to be dumped in the marketplace again, so you basically can use this race even if you are not participating to basically just wait until this ends. People are dumping the legendary parts and you're gonna go and buy them in the marketplace for a little discount, and you can now craft your pencil reroller at a very good price. So the race tournament, while it is a pay to win race and probably nobody of us will compete here, we can still use it, and that's really good. As always, thank you so much for watching, guys. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. Have a nice weekend and I see you in the next one. Bye!